तुम्हारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In Bhaja Govindam, in one of the shlokas, Bhagavan says, Satsangatve Nisangatvam, Nisangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nishchala Tattvam, Nishchala Tattve Jivan Mukti. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. The study of scriptures and attending the satsanga like ours is meant for only one thing, that we have to correct our cataract, we have to correct our focal length. Because as is the vision, so is the understanding. As is the understanding, so is the interaction. As is the interaction, so is the experience. As is the experience, so is the life. Now, about this I'll tell you some small example. This happened many years before when I was going on Pedder Road to my lecture to Chowpatty. So it so happened, Bombay being Bombay, always traffic jam. So I was just sitting in the car was not moving. And one youngster, riding on a motorcycle, he was going ahead and he saw one young girl going ahead slowly. So he wanted to go ahead and stand in front of her and flirt. He did it. And when he went there, he saw from backside she was looking sweet 16. But when he saw from the front, it was 85, you're not out. Will he flirt? So he went there to say, hi. And when he saw her, hi, kisko dekha? See, what change has come? Vision. Ishavasya says, Om Ishavasya midam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha magrudakkasya siddhanam. If we are looking at the world as nothing but the divine reality, two things will happen. Tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Our attitude of indulgence in the world will disappear. And when our indulgent attitude disappears, we become introvert, not depressed. An introvert person is ever cheerful and happy because he is not dependent on anything external. See how important it is. Then second thing, magrudaha kasya siddhanam. We will not become too covetous about the things. If you all go to your own houses, I guarantee you this will happen. You enter your walk-in wardrobe and then you get frustrated. Aaj kya pehnu? No. More the choice you give to yourself, more miserable you are. Lesser the choice you give, less miserable you are. Don't give any choice, you are the happiest one. But normally affluence is mistaken Affluence means more choice. See, give minimum choice, you will be happy. Ma ghrudakasya siddhanam. Does it mean our life will be only dull-witted? Oh, everything is God, therefore don't indulge and take whatever comes and don't accumulate. Is this the meaning? No. Kurvanne veha karmani jiji visheshatakam sama. Live dynamically. And normal translation of this mantra, you see in all the books, is doing your duties, desire to live 100 years. See, jiji visheshatakam sama. But if you ask me, my understanding is different. Don't add years to your life. Add life to every moment that you live. See? Kurvanne veha karmani jiji visheshatakam sama. Live 100%. This is the complete message of Bhagavad Gita. See, I was in this Philadelphia before coming here. There I spoke on Bhagavad Gita. Then what is the message of Bhagavad Gita? What we are told in our happy mantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where was Arjun? On the battlefield. When? At the time of war. What he was? Was he a grandson? Was he a disciple? Was he a brother? Or was he a warrior? See? And the problem was not the war. The problem was identity crisis. See, who am I at a given period of time? And therefore our mantra is, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Now you are here. Where you are in this holy temple. When satsanga is going on. So what you should be? Satsangi. But instead of remaining satsangi, when some example is given, some story is given, see, immediately we go back. Yes, my husband also says like that. He never understands, Wow, 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 wow. Who was listening? It is the wife who was listening. Satsangi was not listening. Life becomes extremely simple, my friend. It's not difficult. Therefore, this Bhaja Govindam tells us very clearly that we are here only for one purpose. What is the purpose of this mic? Whatever I am talking, it should communicate to you without distortion and adding his own comments. Many times it happens. This mic adds its own electronic onkar, or it clears its own throat. No. If it does that, it will be thrown out. Exactly the same way. Mic has no purpose. The purpose is who is holding the mic. He has the purpose. In the same manner, our life has no purpose. See? Then, who is holding us? See, friends, if the husband is holding, he will be completely always complaining about the wife. Then what will be his spiritual practice? Try to improve the wife. This is called as Ashakyanushthan. See? Whole life will go only in that. Who is holding this mic of life? See, friends. And therefore, Lord has created all of us only for one purpose. Purpose is His, not ours. His purpose is to express happiness. Ananda deva kalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti. This world is an expression of bliss. Where from the blisters have come? Think. And therefore, we must be such a fit instrument that through us only happiness should manifest. It is for that purpose God created us. See, friends, it is our own choice whether we become an instrument which is selected by the Lord or which is rejected by the Lord. Now I have come here, Gopal, by his house. Now when I want to eat something, I don't ask him. I will ask Mama. Because I am searching for a fit instrument. If I will ask him, he will tell me only. For me also get a cup of tea. He is not a fit instrument to give me a cup of tea. So, even in our day-to-day life, are we not searching for a right person? In the same manner, he is searching a right person through which he can express fully. And only expression of the Lord is happiness and nothing else. See? Now, happiness doesn't mean joining a laughing club. No. Happiness means, again our Mahamantra, living at zero complaint level. See? Therefore, how can we come to this? This is the theme of Bhaja Govindam. The academic part of Bhaja Govindam will be available on internet plenty. That I am not going to tell. That it was written, told by Bhagwan Shankaracharya to his disciples when he was at Varanasi, all that blah blah, you know that. I am absolutely not interested in any academics. See? More than who said what. What is important is what is said. That is important. So, we all express through three channels: body, speech and mind. These are the three channels through which express life. See? Now for these three, there are three kinds of disciplines. I won't call it spiritual practice, disciplines. Because our life is most indisciplined. Like one of the Mahamantra is, Dekho suno mat bolo. But how much we keep on talking? About everything we have got a comment. About everything we have got a suggestion. See? I know I should not talk, but my neighbor's daughter is far better than my daughter-in-law. Arey Maharaj, when you know you should not talk, why don't you keep your mouth shut? But that habit of talking, commenting, getting involved in somebody's life is so much. It is like a vomit. When the vomition comes, you can't hold it. And then we say that. And afterwards we regret, I should not have said. See? Therefore, friends, these three channels are there through which we express. Let us understand what should be the discipline. Without discipline, we can neither attain success in the material world or in the spiritual world. Now, before we go further, I'll tell you something very important which I have told in my online satsanga for last 2.5 years. We used to have every day 2 talks, and we used to call it a Corona festival. And we celebrated Corona. If you ask me, the best period of my life was this Corona. Do you know what is the reason? I don't have to go anywhere. No traveling. Sit comfortably, and I have learned so many things. How to make dosha. I can make perfect dosha, not for any one of you. Swamiji, please come. No demonstration. See? So, what are the things that we have to understand? Now, the first verse, it is a refrain, comes after every now and then. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Moodhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrum Karane. So let us take the last 2 lines first. Samprapte Sannihite Kale. When the time of your departure from this world comes, Sannihite Kale Samprapte, nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karne. It doesn't matter in what language you talk. Meaning what? Language is the means and goal is something different. See? What is the goal? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Now put this together. We are lost only in the means and the goal is forgotten. Now same example I will tell you with reference to Sanskrit. I was in Washington DC in Durga temple. And after the talk was over, in the basement, there was arrangement for food. So many people came. And I was also there. So one gentleman came from probably Karnataka. And he started talking to me in Sanskrit. So he was asking questions and I was replying in English. He was talking in Sanskrit, I was replying in English. He said, why don't you talk in Sanskrit? I said, I don't know. He said, how can you say you don't know? You know, but you don't want to talk. I said, yes, I don't want to talk. But why? I said, what is the purpose of talking? Communication of knowledge, isn't it? Now here all other people are watching at both of us like the animals in the zoo. So whatever is the common language, that language is only the means. More than in what language you talk. What is important is what you talk. That is important. In the same manner. See? Body, speech and mind. These are the means. By this means, what is the goal? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. See? Body is not only to become strong enough and live long. See? Long life cannot be the goal of life. What will you do by living long? See? That cannot be the goal. Goal of life is fulfillment. In the 15th chapter, Bhagavan says, Etad buddhva buddhiman syat kruta krutyascha bharata. Have we discovered fulfillment in our life? What is fulfillment? Again our Mahamantra. Kisi ko aao mat kaho, kisi ko jao mat kaho. A person who is at peace with himself or herself. There are no loose ends left. See how important it is. Comments?
No, they are talking. They were not muted.
अब म्यूट कर दिया?
मैं सबको म्यूट कर दिया.
मुझे मत करना.
नहीं. I muted everybody. Sorry.
Okay. So, we have these three channels. The first channel is the body. So, the word or the verb bhaja has got three meanings. Bhaja sevayam. So with the body, learn to serve. Compassion is a negative approach in spiritual life. Service is a positive approach. Suppose I look at somebody and have compassion, pity for him. Oh, poor fellow, he doesn't have money and he could not go to school. I think I'll give him some money so he can go to school. Now what is happening actually? We are condemning him and considering ourselves to be superior than him. See, compassion is a negative attitude. Then service is a positive attitude. When our parents are ill, we have compassion or love for them. And with love we serve. With compassion we oblige somebody. See friends. Therefore, first, Bhaja Govindam. Let us spend our body to serve others. And to serve others, start from serving yourself. Take minimum physical help from others in life. That is the purpose of the Vanaprasthashram. Vanaprasthashram is a period in life when we are preparing ourselves to go to Vana, the forest. So as a brahmachari, student life, we have done everything. Then grastha, we got married, we started fighting. Then after, now we come to the third stage, that is the Vanaprastha. See? Vanaprastha is a separation without divorce. Can you get a better definition than this anywhere in the world? See how beautiful it is. Remain separate, there is no need to divorce. See? Because where is the husband and wife? Both of them are illusions. Can you show the husband separate from the man? Then who is becoming miserable? Husband is becoming miserable. Who doesn't exist? So what he should do? He should not take the wife seriously. He should take her lightly, even if she is heavy. See? Don't take her seriously. I'll tell you one Mahamantra between husband and wife. When she is talking, you should keep quiet. And when she is quiet, you should not talk. There will be peace everywhere. But we start, you said like this, I say, relax. So when we take to this Bhaja Govindam, service means first refuse to take service from others. And as much we can serve others, we do it. It's so important, friends. That is why according to our tradition and religion, the Vanaprasthashram is when your children are grown up, when you are maybe on the verge of retirement, etc., then prepare yourself to go to the forest, sannyas. Then what is to be done? During the married life, so much dependence on each other. Morning when I get up, unless my wife gives me tea, I cannot get up. Gone. How long are you going to depend on somebody? Learn not to take service from anybody. Learn. Try. And then only we can serve others. Another important thing, if you want to serve others, you should be healthy. Physically as well as mentally. A person who is not physically healthy cannot serve others. Therefore, Bhaja Govindam, with this attitude when we live, you will see we are doing the best thing, and the best thing is we will do it happily. You all must have heard about Karma Yoga. My understanding of Karma Yoga is like this. Normally, whatever we do for getting happiness in life. See? We get married for what? Has anybody ever thought, I want to get married to become miserable? No. But has anything happened other than this? See? So, whatever we do in life, we do for getting happiness. Whatever we don't do in our life, we do it for getting happiness. So we get married for getting happiness, we separate for getting happiness, then we again get married for getting happiness, and again we separate for getting happiness, then it becomes our tradition. See? But we don't understand this simple principle. Do not do anything in your life for getting happiness. Whatever you do, do it happily. See? Now, the present example. I am talking to you. This is an action. Now, if I imagine that after my talk is over, then you will say, oh Swamiji, you are awesome or awful. See? And thereafter I will become happy. So what I am doing? I am postponing my happiness in the future period of time, and future never comes. We all live without any choice, only in the present. all actions are done only in the present. Therefore, if every action of ours is an expression of joy, even God cannot make you miserable. That is Bhaja Govindam. And when we are doing anything for the God, then what happens? It is done the best way. Like when we do puja, if you have got personal gods in your house, we don't take the leftover food as a naivedya. Yesterday's sandwich was left in the fridge, take it out, put it in the microwave, and then Om Pranaya Swaha, Om Vyanaya Swaha, Om Udhanaya Swaha. No. See? So whatever we are doing, it is done the best. Cheerfully, happily, you are one with the divine. This we call meditation in action. See? But if you are doing meditation and suffering, I don't know why people are disturbing. They don't understand I am doing meditation. And again frustrated. Don't do meditation. Relax, be happy. Bhaja Govindam. Then the second is Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja means to speech. Bhajan karo. See, this is one very important point. Please be attentive. We are trying to make ourselves such an instrument so that the Lord will choose us and express through us. That is the purpose of all this discussion. See, we normally complain about the thoughts, but we have not understood the basic. Thoughts are not problems. See? And therefore, yogaha, chittavritti, nirodha, you should not have any thoughts in your mind. This cannot happen. You ask any yogi, whether has he attained chittavritti nirodha? It is not possible. And why should we be worried about it? When we can see by the eyes, it is not an issue. When we can hear by ears, it is not an issue. So when there are thoughts in the mind, why it should be an issue? Then where is the problem? Problem is here. Problem is, thoughts don't trouble us. The thoughts generate a flow of thoughts. If you go to Ganges and take a dip, take bath, you will enjoy, become fresh. But if the same Ganges, the same waters, if it is in floods, then the water doesn't sweep us away. It is the flow of the water which sweeps us away. Exactly the same way. Thoughts are not a problem. But the thought flow is carrying us away from where we are. And the thought flow happens when, be very attentive, thought flow happens when one thought breeds the next thought. If we have to observe this, there is a thought breeding process continuously going on. And whenever the thought is about something finite, the next thought will be bred. One example I'll tell you. Now I had to go and stay in so many houses around the year, around the world. So normally I get up early morning and I want a nice cup of tea. So sometimes they know, they keep it. If not, then I get up in the morning. Oh, I want tea. Why don't they keep the things properly when they know I want a cup of tea? And then going on. Then I get up and go to the kitchen and try to do cut, and find out some kettle, put the water. But there are no tea leaves. Then why this is happening? The thought was, I want a cup of tea. Be attentive. Thought about a finite breeds thoughts further. I want a cup of tea, finite thought. Where will I get it? Second thought. I think I should try in the kitchen, third thought. But will it not disturb other, fourth thought? But who cares? They should have kept it, fifth thought. I will go slowly and I will not do it now. See. But when will I do it? One after another thought going on. Observe this. Now to arrest this, make the infinite as the theme of your thoughts. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. See, Lord Bhagavan and His name, they are infinite. Therefore, after you chant, no next thought comes. It will be followed by silence. Now, increase the silence between two mantras. Slowly, the old habit of constantly like a poultry farm inside. We can't keep quiet. Observe this. This is my hobby. Whenever I am on some airport, now I simply keep on waiting till the announcement come for the gate and all that. So that is my time pass. So many people are going here and there. I simply innocently keep on watching. And many times, what is happening? He is talking to himself. See? That talking to himself is the breeding process of thought is going on very strongly. So the second Bhaja Govindam is chant the Lord's name to arrest this thought breeding. And for this, one experiment we will do it. I guarantee you, you will suffer. Experiment is, for next 2 minutes, do not talk to yourself. Stop. Now let us analyze. I am not telling you theoretical. You have to work on it. It will not happen. Work on it. What did I tell you? Don't talk to yourself, is it not? Did I tell you don't talk among yourself? When you are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with the whole world. But we are so much frustrated inside. We want somebody to listen to us. See? Mind grossified is speech. Like water solidified is ice. When you can control your talking to others and to yourself, you revert back from this world to your own mind. Therefore, what is Bhaja Govindam? Mind your mind. We all know we have to take care of our body, organic food, clean food. We work by the body to get lot of money and prosperity. Then we work on the body to keep the body healthy. In the same manner, we have been working only by the mind. Working by the mind is default settings. evaluation, complaining, disregarding, shouting, angry, talking unwanted. Therefore, one of the Mahamantra is, who asked you? Many times we talk when nobody wants to listen to us. As a result, all our energy is destroyed in that. So, like working by the body and working on the body, in the same manner, working by the mind and working on the mind. And working on the mind is these two techniques which I told you. When you chant the Lord's name slowly, you will help yourself to arrest the flow of thoughts. See? And when the flow of thought is arrested, you are at peace. Therefore, Bhaja Govindam, by body serve, by speech chant the Lord's name, not to make him miserable. See? More than how many times I chant, what is important is how much time I spend in him. That is important. See? Normally what we do, we get initially, and nothing wrong in that, but that is not all. Keep the mala and go. Gods get confused. क्या बोल रहा है यार ये? समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Relax, relax. One of the mantra is nothing to do, nowhere to go. See? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Keep humming something in yourself. Maybe some bhajan, kirtan, chanting, Rama Raksha Stotram, Bhaja Govindam. Humming. That will keep your mind occupied. One of my friends came to meet me somewhere, and the place where he came, outside was lots of roads and all that, traffic, but in my room where I was, it was completely sealed. So no sound at all. So when he came, I told him, I said, please sit down. I am doing something on laptop. I forget afterwards, so please don't talk. Sit for 5 minutes, okay? He said. After about 10 minutes, I was through. Could you imagine what he said to me? Swamiji, how do you live here? It is such a frightening silence. Can you imagine? Can silence frighten somebody? And such people who are frightened of silence, they want somebody around. Put the birds in the ear, like the monkeys. See? One of the most effective spiritual practices is expose yourself to yourself. Don't keep anything around you. Try with 5 minutes. Slowly we are working on the mind. And once you get the taste of this practice, working on the mind, you will see all the problems are originated, maintained and dissolved in the mind. Problems are not outside. When we were driving from that Vraja Bhumi to here today, on the way I was watching something and this thought came so beautiful, I am sharing with you. You must have heard this Yoga Vasishta. In Yoga Vasishta there is a story of Leela and Saraswati. And if you read the story, you get into circle, and ultimately the story is like this. In the dream of the Brahmaji is this world. We are all in the dream of Brahmaji. So whatever good or bad is happening, it's only in the dream from Brahmaji. And when Brahmaji wakes up from his sleep, everything dissolves. That is called a Mahapralaya at a totality level. Now come at individuality level. When we are in deep sleep, there is no samsara. Because there we are nowhere, we are never, we are nobody. Yet we continue to exist without any samsara. Then sometime we dream. And in that dream, the dream is, our mind is only projecting the dream. And in that dream, there are good people, bad people, they fighting with each other, do this thing, do that thing, and they have got their own lives. And finally, our dream is over. And again, what is our attitude towards our dream? Come on, yaar, it was just a dream, forget about it. Now, second dream. Now, third dream. I, the man, get married, become husband, then my children, and then their friends, then they get married, then their children. This all samsara. My wife is a problem for me. Somebody else's wife is not a problem for me because she is not in my creation. So there are two creations. One is God's creation, second is our creation. Isha Srishti and Jiva Srishti. And who is miserable? The son is miserable, the husband is miserable, and the father is miserable. And all three of them are who? The same man. So one man with the conditioning of the father has become a son, with the conditioning of the wife has become a husband, with the conditioning of the son has become a father. These three non-existing entities are making our life miserable. And when we sleep, that time what we do? Where the husband goes, where the father goes, where the son goes. They go nowhere because they are nowhere. Then how to live life? Karnataka. Don't make life serious. See, when we thus work on this platform, then you will see life is so fun. Life is a celebration. It is not a calibration. See, we calibrate everything. What will I get? What will I get? See, friends. Therefore, second Bhaja Govindam is work on your speech, and to work on the speech, keep chanting Lord's name. You know, many times when I travel, so some or the other people come and they want to just chat. Swamiji, let's go and talk. And what is the talk? The same rubbish. Swamiji, where are you from? When were you born? Why were you born? And how were you born? Was it a normal delivery or a cesarean? What is the need? All unwanted. Therefore, I take out the mala from my pocket and tell them, my Guru told me, whenever you are traveling in any journey, you should keep on chanting Lord's name. Therefore, I cannot talk. There you talk. If you want to make any old person happy, ask them to talk and don't listen. Because they want to talk, they want to talk. See? Bring out everything that you have. Friends, one of the most popular, potent spiritual practices, don't talk about your past. Past belongs to your body, not to you. Body was born. Body was a child. Body was a teenager. Body was a middle age. Body is a old age. How many times we died? The child died, teenager was born. Teenager died, middle age was born. Middle age died, old age is born. This will die. We are the same. Many years before, I have seen one English movie. In Virginia, I think. somewhere. Do see that movie, you will love it. Leave the movie part aside. The message that I got from that movie, and the name of the movie was RIPD, Rest in Peace Department. And it was such a lovely movie. I'll just cut short and give the message. Two police officers go in search of something on a top of the building. And between them some kind of argument happens. The one police officer shoots the other one. The one who was shot dead, he falls down from many, many floors, 15, 20, 40 floors. When he falls down, he gets up. And everything around is frozen. He gets up and he goes to the Gabriel. And there they check his accounts. Oh, he's a good person. We can use him for our job. Let us give him a job. And then he is given the job. Go and find out and report. He can see everybody, but nobody can see him. So first of all, he goes to his wife's place. And then he sees that his body is being buried. She is crying and all that. Everything is her. Then after some time he does some job. Then he goes again. She got married to another person, like that. And the cinema style, everything goes on. Then his wife, she was coming in a car and some blast happens. The car is in the air. All the windows are broken in that big building. And she walks out of that accident comfortably. Picture is frozen. Now he sees that, holds hand in hand, and they walk away happily. So when I saw this movie, my friend who took me, Swamiji, these people make all rubbish movies. I said, you are dumb. Message you have to understand. Be very attentive. Before I came here, I was in Bhaja. Before Bhaja, I was in Philadelphia. Before that, I was in San Francisco. Before that, I was in San Jose. Before that, I was in LA. Before that, in Phoenix. Before that, in Sedona. One by one. So when I left Sedona, Sedona did for me. I am the same. Then I was born in Phoenix. I left Phoenix. Phoenix is dead for me. I am the same. Then I came to LA. I left LA. LA did for me. I am the same. Same thing with the San Jose, San Francisco and Philadelphia. On Thursday morning, I will leave this place for New York. Your Bethlehem is dead for me. I continue to exist. Is it not the truth? Childhood has gone. Where did we die? See, teenage has gone. We are the same. No change. Nobody can ever experience birth, growth, death, and absence. All those who are suffering, they are non-existing entities. See, there was one girl in Bombay, she came to meet me. Swamiji, Mummy asked me to go and talk to you and ask. I said, what is the problem? Problem is, I am divorced. I say, yes, I know you are divorced. There is some function in our house, my mummy's house. She told me, you cannot remain for that function because you don't have a husband. And therefore, you should go away and come after the function is over. Then, when I started talking to her, arguing, but that man is still alive, he is not dead, don't talk to me, go and ask Swamiji. She came. Swamiji, after divorce, the girl becomes widow or not? I said, I have studied all the 4 Vedas. Nowhere this problem is solved. Because when divorce means what? Is anybody dead? Marriage means what? Is anybody created? So the uncreated, undying entity is making us miserable. And we consider ourselves to be the civilized people. And therefore, the third Bhaja Govindam is correct your thinking. You have to correct the thinking. Our thinking is, see, all the problems are because of wrong thinking. Avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartate. All the problems are because of wrong thinking. And the wrong thinking begins because of wrong notion about ourselves. We are all having a notional life. See? If you just observe within yourself, who is miserable? Then you will come to discover one day by God's grace, at the root of every thought, there is somebody. We always think as somebody. We think as a husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, in-law, outlaw. Somebody is thinking. Now find out, is that somebody real? Think. Then these wrong notions will be given up. It is something like, in our scriptures we have got two things. One is Rama Leela and Krishna Leela. Leela means what? Everything appears to be happening, but nothing is happening. Like on the stage of a drama, an actor comes and he is behaving there like a king. Put on lot of cloth and tying it down and becoming like a king. Otherwise, he is the Agarbatti brand. And thereafter he comes there in a great way and orders and everything. That time also he knows he is a useless fellow. But he is only acting in the same manner. We all have to learn to act in life and not react in life. But how to do acting? What are you doing now? Acting. As if listening. See, my friends, the more we are able to understand this, we have to correct our notions. See? First, I am a man or a father, I am a man or a husband, I am a man or a son. Who am I? See? So, in front of your father, behave like a son. Don't argue, don't teach, submit. You have played your role. If you are in front of your son, listen, but don't do whatever he tells. You have done your role. If you are in front of your wife, I told you. See? The day you start living this way, you will be always cheerful and happy. Don't take life too seriously. It's a big mega drama going on. We are the different characters that we have to play. But we get entangled in that character so much that we suffer in life. And that suffering is also not permanent, it is temporary. And that also can disappear only by thinking. See? The more you reflect on this, life becomes a great celebration. Therefore, I am addressing an audience which has got four qualities. Viveka, discrimination. Vairagya, dispassion. Shamadhi, Shataka Sampatti, I will explain. And Mumukshutvam, four of them. Viveka is leading life under the light of wisdom. What is our life? Our life is we are living under the burden of personal likes and dislikes. I don't like this, I like this thing. Now tell me, what is the logic behind liking and disliking? For example, I don't like eggplant. Don't like. What is the logic? I don't like, that's it. And if my host happened to be Punjabi, then gone. Punjabi means what? The delicacy is pengan da parta. See? Now ask them why they like pengan ka bharta, they have no answer. You ask me why I don't like, they have no answer. In short, our personal likes and dislikes have no logic, no reason, but that is guiding our life. And we consider ourselves to be wise. Think. Then, what is discrimination? In Yoga Shastra, it is called as Viveka Khyati. Viveka Khyati is understand what is good for us should be followed, what is not good for us should be rejected. Whether we like or we don't like. That means our life is guided by the right and the wrong and not by the like and the dislike. For example, early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. We all know. It is right. But I don't like it. Then late to bed and late to rise is the way to be unhealthy and otherwise. See, friends, the day we take this stand in life, life should be lived with this understanding, Viveka Khyati. Viveka. Now, as much this discrimination becomes mature, to that extent, dispassion will start effective. It will get effective. Without discrimination, dispassion cannot be. See. Then comes the Shamadhi Shataka Sampatti. I am talking about, this is the audience I am addressing. Shama Virajya Vishaya Vrata Dosha Drushtya Mumurmuhu Swalakshe Niyata Vasta Manasaha Shama Uchchate. When we are able to see the shortcomings in the worldly things, and therefore we are able to withdraw from the worldly indulgence, and therefore the mind is available to us. What is the reason our mind is not available to us? Is only this reason. The mind is too much occupied with the worldly things. See, not knowing this, even meditation people suffer only because of this. When they sit for meditation, I have to do meditation for half an hour. My teacher told me, okay, I will finish in half an hour, okay? And then thereafter, I will make upma because some guest is coming. Whole meditation will be cutting the onion. Because you have planned something, what you will do after meditation. No. See? Therefore, when the mind is available to us, whenever we want, then alone we are leading a spiritual life. Our condition is, the mind is taking us for a ride. See? Then the second is Shama Dhamma. Dhamma is perfect control over our Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. The best way is our tongue. Tongue is two in one. When we talk, it is called a jivva. When we taste, it is called as rasana. In Sanskrit, these are two words. In English, there is only one word, tongue. So, these two things, if we control, we have done a great favor to ourselves. One is controlling the taste. Whole life goes only, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. One of my friends asked in San Jose, Swamiji, I am surprised. What is surprise? You go and eat in so many houses, so many places. How are you able to remain healthy? If I go to different places, my stomach gets upset. I said, because what I eat, I don't see. I just gulp it and over. Give yourself minimum choice, you will be happiest. See. But there also I have to play the tricks. Before eating, I tell, oh, the food is very good. Before eating. Afterwards, I have to tell lies. So why to take that sin? Therefore, say good. See. Therefore, if you are able to control your eating habits, it will make a lot of difference. The second thing is talking habits. That is also done by the same tongue. See? Be attentive. When we talk to others, we talk about our past or we ask about their past. Observe this. And when we talk to ourselves, we talk about future. After I go from here, I have to do that thing, that construction is to be done, but his fellow is not coming. These days, the laborers are very available, not available. And there is so much. See? Arrest these two things. Before we talk to others, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, in 99% cases, you will come to your own conclusion. It is not necessary to talk. See? If I have got peanuts in my pocket and if I have to distribute, can I distribute chocolates? Because peanuts are there. The oldies like me, what do I have got? I have got only the past. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो भी गए भाड़ में, तुम भी जाओ. All the time living in the past. That is the reason why youngsters are not very comfortable in the old people's company. See? When we were children, we used to go to the school without shoes. You go without pant, who cares? See? In Delhi, in a South Indian family, this happened. When I went to their house, I felt very uncomfortable. Tamilian family, very sweet family, very good family. So, their Amma was preparing idli, dosha, something. So, I was sitting with her husband. I said, hey, where are the kids? Swamiji, they are sitting in that room. So, I went to the room. Hey, come on, let us sit. And they also came, me, their father, and two sons. So, I don't know why many times I ask question, but they become very effective. I said, hey, do you know the latest design of the jeans with a jari kathi? With the jar, that latest. Don't you have that? Have you not bought? And those Hoka shoes, they are very, very popular, don't you know? Immediately the children started. Swamiji, our father tells, when we were children, we never used to have shoes. We used to go barefoot into the school. And these days the children want so many shoes. What for? And the pants. We never bought a new pant. We used to get inherited from the first son, second, third son. The same we used to get it, And then the father said, but is it not true? Then the children said, Dad, your dad was damn poor. But our dad is rich. Why are you jealous? Very true. What do you get out of all this past? See, therefore, these three things, Bhaja Govindam, body-wise, serve. Bhaja Govindam, speech-wise, work on your mind. And working on the mind is arrest the flow of thoughts. Thoughts cannot be arrested. You will become dumb. You will start taking drinks and drugs. There also the thoughts are arrested. But they are becoming addiction. And the third thing is the mind. The mind itself becomes the words, thoughts, therefore control yourself. So, Shama, Dama, then Uparati. Uparati is effortless withdrawal from everything. No efforts. When something goes in our head, we are unable to get it. And then, no, we should have that freedom. Switch off, switch on the mind. See? Yoga rudasya tasaiva shamak karana uchyate. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, he who is riding the steed of yoga, he can control his mind and activity in no time, instantaneously. Switch off, switch on. Uparati. Then Shraddha. Shraddha is a positive attitude towards life. And what is positive attitude? We are here to express divinity, and it can happen only by study of scriptures. Study of scriptures, satsanga is the most important spiritual practice in life. all other things are okay in their own place. Satsanga can change our understanding and the quality of life. Shraddha and then titiksha. Titiksha is sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Difficulties come in life, but have the courage to face them and go through. Apratikar. Don't react in life. And finally, when these 5 things are practiced, finally, samadhana. You will be always content in your life. Contentment in life is fulfillment in life. This is how Bhaja Govindam is going to tell us in coming next 3 days. The 3 aspects. The gross aspect where we are lost and how to come out of it. The subtle aspect, how we are lost and we have to come out of it. And the ultimate, how can we discover our own divine nature and let divinity express through us rather than somebody expressing through us. This will take from tomorrow's satsanga. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.